So I'm an instructional coach, which means that I work with all 3 grade levels in middle school, so 6th, 7th, and 8th. And we did the Upstander Stone project as a project through advisory class, which is where we do a lot of social and emotional learning for our students, and also get the opportunity to get involved in the community. So when we heard about this, we thought that was a great opportunity for our kids to be involved in the community, because we do, or I guess I think that one of the most important ways that you teach history and community involvement is through having your children experience it. When they're involved in something, I think they feel, especially at the middle school age, when they can feel so powerless about their own lives, giving them something tangible, even small, that they can do, I think makes them understand that these systems or the things that have happened in our past that are bad or scary, this gives them the understanding that they can have power over that change simply by what they choose to do in their life. And so this opportunity to let them see that through just even painting a stone was a really good opportunity for us. We let our teachers choose if they wanted to do it. They filled out a form, and then when they had filled that out and requested a bag, we delivered a bag to them and made a little brief lesson on what it means to be a bystander, what it means to be an upstander. And that was kind of our goal, is for them to, through this, understand the difference between the two, and how they can affect that just even in their personal lives in the hallway. So we began with that, and I think that the feedback that I got from our teachers, it was meant to be a one-day 30-minute advisory lesson, and they ended up taking a couple of weeks because our students, when they got the stones, and I think it was not even intentional, but when you get a stone, your teacher gets the list of the names and brings it around to each student and has them copy down the name of their person. And in copying that down, also shares with them what else is on that list, their age, when they died, where they're from. And I think that was not necessarily intentional, but it was perhaps the most impactful part of our lesson for our students, because when they read the names and copied it down so that they would know who they were making their stone for, I think the realization that they were their age, or their little sister's age, or the little boy they babysit's age, that was really, really impactful for them. And so then we had encouraged them in the lesson to think about, on their stone, decorating in a way that would represent something for that child at that age, something maybe that they would have loved at that age, or maybe something that they missed out on because they did not grow older. And so they took that much more seriously than we had anticipated that they would. And that took them days of, I think, just getting their phones out and researching, what were favorite toys in that country at that time. And they really wanted, I think we had intended it generally, what does a 2-year-old like? But I think seeing the name of a 2-year-old or a 10-year-old in this town at this time in this year, they wanted to know what it is that they really did do. What did they do? What did they do for fun? And they wanted to represent that on their stone. So I think the impact that this had was not something that we even anticipated for our students, but the realization that it's not 1.5 million random people a long time ago that they didn't know, which is still impactful, but that these were individual people that were very, very much like them. That's a moment that they need to understand why you are going to spend some time learning about this in your history class, because that's always a middle schooler's question. Why do I need to learn this right now? And really, why are you making me take quizzes and tests on things about people a long, long time ago, in a place that I've never been, and that really has no relevance to my life? And I think that moment, for a small lesson in advisory, is what gave them the why of why we spend time learning those things, and why it's necessary for them to know.